Hey everyone, happy Thursdays at 3. Your host, Jason Crespin, here at the Amarillo Little Theater. Y'all, it's December 1st. Um, every time, when you like randomly remember things from your childhood, every first of the month, I always remember I had this teacher. Sadly, I don't remember the teacher's name. It was like in middle school when you had like 800 teachers. Um, but she told us that, like, there's a tradition to, like, have a lucky month, you say white rabbit. Does anyone else know this about if you say white rabbit on December 1st? So every first of the month, she would write white rabbit on the dry erase board. So every time I think of the first of the month, I say white rabbit. Everyone backstage right now looks at me like I'm an idiot. So nobody else, no, Jeri, no, Evelyn, Hugh, Ben, all of them backstage, no, none of them are white rabbiting. So nope, okay. Maybe it was just a New Mexico thing at Los Alamos Middle School. Who knows? Anyway, happy White Rabbit to all of y'all. December 1st, which means y'all, it's showtime. Oh my gosh, anytime it's showtime at the theater, it's a huge, fun, exciting buzz. We're getting stuff ready in the lobby. Final little things are being done on our show. All the magic is just coming together. We've had such great rehearsals, and oh my gosh, we are ready for this amazing run. Oh, maybe she goes, nope, have no clue what you're talking about with White Rabbit. Maybe I'm gonna teach you some today. White Rabbit, apparently. I'm gonna look it up. I'll look it up and see the historical value of White Rabbit on the first of the month. Um, Before we get to Elf and talk all things holiday musical, we want to remind you, of course, everything going on at the Amarillo Little Theater. This week was a big week. Of course, we didn't have Thursdays at 3 last week because of Thanksgiving. Hopefully, everyone had a safe and happy holiday. Since that time, we had a great campaign called the Panhandle Gives campaign. The Panhandle Gives, of course, you guys all know about it. It's a huge campaign, kind of centered around Giving Tuesday. It's for about 8, 9 days. Started the Monday before Thanksgiving, went all the way until this past Wednesday. It's been an awesome thing. They surpassed their goal of all the donations they were hoping to meet. We were hoping to get about $25,000 for towards the start of the tearing down of the Women's Federated Club and get the asbestos abatement done and all the things that we need to get done for that. And so we were like, man, let's hope to get to 25. Well, as of midnight that night, we were at a certain number, but then some other not online, some other offline donations came in. And so as of right now, this is before our funds have been amplified because our funds will get amplified through the amplification fund. Our total, let me pull it up. There it is. Our total for the Amarillo Little Theater race this year for the Panhandle Gives. Are you ready? $34,160. What? Fireworks. Pew, pew, pew. Thank you to the 90 donors who made a donation of 91 gifts, which is cool, which means that somebody donated and then they were like, I'm going to donate some more. And they came back and made another donation. But huge thank you to all of you who helped ALT with the Panhandle Gives. $34,160 going towards helping take down that Fed Club building. It's awesome. We really appreciate that. So all of you who helped share it, all of you who donated, all of you who are a part of ALT. That's right, Mabry. Wow. Very exciting. So, and that's going to grow. It's going to grow. We'll find out hopefully the numbers by the end of the month of how much that gets amplified. But we're very excited about that. So, woohoo! Coming around the corner, guys, December 4th and 5th. That, of course, will be this Sunday and Monday. What? We already have auditions. That's right. If then auditions are right around the corner. This show, of course, is directed by our amazing Jo Smith, making her ALT directorial debut with this musical. Jennifer Akins, of course, music director. Nikki Harada will be choreographing, doing the movement of this show. On Sunday, it's a dance workshop that's part of the audition process. There's not necessarily like a 5, 6, 7, 8 choreography. There's more movement, stylized movement in the show. So they're doing a workshop for that on Sunday, and then vocal auditions on Monday. All of that information, of course, can be found on our ALT website, AmarilloLittleTheater.org. So check that out. Spread the word about auditions. We want everyone to come audition if they get a chance. It's going to be a great musical at the Adventure Space that will run February 2nd through the 12th. And then, of course, Clue. Clue is like the little stepchild that is like please, sir, can anyone want to come play with me? I promise Clue will start rehearsals this coming weekend. Very excited to start that process. In fact, got done. I just was late to this because I was in a meeting for our production for talking about the set and stuff like that. It's going to be a fun show. So Clue rehearsals are about to go underway as well. And then speaking about how you might be able to help out, volunteering. We need all the help we can get, y'all, for the next 3 weeks. Please come help us just for an hour. That's all we're asking is an hour. We are in the need, especially this weekend. I'm going to put this up. It's long, but basically you call the box office. They'll help you out. This is the Sign Up Genius that goes straight to the merchandise volunteer, to the usher volunteer, to the concession volunteer. When you go to that Sign Up Genius, it looks like this, super easy. And then you can just, I didn't put the row of where you can click to sign up because it had people's names. I felt maybe they didn't want blasted on social media of who signed up where. But we are in need for this coming weekend. Tonight, 2 for concession. We need 2 more concession workers. On Friday, 2 concession workers. And Saturday, 1 merchandise and 3 concession workers. So we need more help on Saturday. So if you get a chance, help us out. We really need some help. Volunteers, all of you who have already signed up to volunteer, thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to have a whole bunch of people in the theater. We need to make sure that they know where the bathrooms are, how to get their program, sodas, get, the merchandise. We're selling amazing stuff. We're selling t-shirts. You might see one being worn by a very lovely cast member. We also have Shrek ears. We have Shrek plush that have these kits that have the 4 main food groups of an elf. We have elf koozies for your drinks. Keep your hands warm with those cold beverages. It's awesome, y'all. We're so excited. So we want all the help we can get. The what? We're doing elf, not Shrek. Oh, did I say Shrek ears? I meant elf ears. Sorry. I said Shrek ears. Thank you, my friends. Elf ears that are similar to Shrek ears, but they're elf ears. So tons of fun merchandise. Cannot wait for you guys to see it all. All right, enough about that. Let's get to why you're really here, to see all of the beautiful, amazing people who help make this show what it is. I have not 1, not 2, not even 3. I have 4, count them, 4 of our amazing volunteers who are lighting it up, brighter than a Christmas tree on our stage. P.S. Happy National Christmas Lights Day. I found that out today. Yeah. I do my research, Jeri. Jeri's like, Jason's hitting the syrup pretty hard right now. No. But let's bring on to our screen Ben Burke, Jeri Tidmore, Evelyn, and Hugh. Hello, my friends.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hugh is on set from 19 years ago, the set of Elf the movie.
I was just chatting with my good buddy Will. He was giving some notes, and so I'll share those with you, Ben, when I get there. But he was telling me a little bit about Scott Conn, some of what happened on set. And so
I need all the help I can get, so I'd love to hear his notes.
No, you don't.
First of all, you guys, I'm tired. I'm sure you guys are exhausted because I'm not even the one doing all the work on stage, and I'm exhausted. You guys are just killing it. All of y'all.
It's mostly
for
this
people
guy.
who may not know. P.S. I'm already getting shout out. Yes, I know, Gabe. I said Shrek instead of Elf. I'm sorry.
I just shriek. I like the shriek. Good, okay.
Kristen says, "Yay, our stars!" I love it. Dylan says,
thanks, Dylan.
all these people are amazing castmates, and I can't wait to perform with them. Very kind of you.
Back at you, Dylan. We love it.
Yes.
So first off, let me kind of let our audience know, we have had a long week, a longer than normal week of our tech week because of Thanksgiving. So normally we'll rehearse Monday through Thursdays, maybe add a Friday right before we're getting close. So that way we can just kind of get our crew plugged in and different things like that. Our amazing crew had to come early to watch the show and get plugged in because of Thanksgiving. A lot of course, our production team has been part of the show for since the beginning. But we have had rehearsals starting on Saturday, then Sunday we started implementing more costumes. Then of course lighting, orchestra came in on Monday. We added more costumes, wigs, makeup, the whole 9 yards, and you guys are ready. I'm so excited. First up, remind us all what you do when you're not at ALT. We'll go in clockwise order with Ben. Ben, what do you do when you're not at ALT?
I do a variety of things. I work as a personal assistant for a bunch of life coaches in LA and New York. I teach virtually online ESL students. I run a Hollywood history podcast. I sometimes am up in New York doing theater actor stuff up there. So, just all over the place.
And sadly, he also had a little bit of a accident with glue. It just looked like your hand was glued to your
No. I'm sorry.
It was just the perfect. It was the perfect way. I was like, man, he's like perfectly posed.
I don't have a beard anymore. Too great.
Oh, that's true.
Little baby face.
With the things that we do for the theater. I love
theater.
it. Jeri, remind us, who are you when you're not at ALT?
Well, currently I teach first grade. So that, I'm extra tired. And
Hornets.
yeah, woohoo! And I'm a mom. I have a couple kids, and I have a husband named Travis. You've probably seen him. You've probably seen him on the stage as well. He's pretty
most
cool.
recently as Big Julie, yes, and in Guys and Dolls, yes.
He's
Evelyn,
all right.
remind us, who are you when you're not at ALT?
Well, I work at Shannon Brook State Farm. Go get yourself a quote. I volunteer at my church. I'm a sister to 3 little siblings. Age range from 18 all the way to 12. So, yeah.
Nice,
So,
nice. You already have a fan, Evelyn, Marissa.
That's my
So-
mom.
Yeah.
My mom. I love it.
Hi,
I love
Mom.
you, Mama. I love it. Hugh, who are you when you're not on set for 19-year-old movies?
Yeah, I am still Hugh most of the time. I work for Lowe's Corporate. I sit in a chair that I'm sitting in currently, and do a lot of things remotely for them, doing some training and such. But mostly, I just count the moments until I'm back at the theater. I'm getting ready for my audition on Sunday and Monday for If Then. You know what I mean? Like, no stopping, right?
He was all in. I
What
love
else
it.
am I gonna do? What else am I gonna do?
I love it. P.S. This just in. Gabe says 4 of my favorite new people. So I don't know which one of y'all is not his favorite because I know I'm included.
That's a good
I'm
point.
I know I'm included
That's a
in
good
one of
point.
those. I know I'm
That's
included
right,
in one of
yeah.
those 4. So awkward later when you're backstage going,
Yeah.
was it me? Was it me, Gabe?
Who was it?
Yeah.
Gabe.
I'm sorry, Gabe.
Thought we had good times.
Yeah, Gabe is one of our awesome new ALT warriors who is part of now the ALT family. As Ben, are you? This is your first time to perform on our ALT stage.
Yay!
Yes,
What took
very
you so
exciting.
long, Ben?
But what took me so long? I don't.
Well, you
I
were
don't
in
know.
Baylor. You went to New
Right.
York. You've been off doing things.
Right. And in high school, I was just focused on grades. So, I mean, doing theater at the same time would have been overwhelming for me. So,
Sure.
Well, we're glad that you're making your ALT debut with this show. And Evelyn, this is your second show.
It is my second show. First show,
cra-
Fristoe.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that you're brand new this season,
Oh.
but it feels like you've been here 10 seasons. Like you just have fit in, and it's been fantastic. We love that.
Your family.
Jeri, remind us, your first show, Anything Goes, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I was just looking at my posters. 2017, anything goes. Yeah.
2017. I knew you were a patron. You and Travis would come see shows before then and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
but Anything Goes was your first show, and then of course Mary Poppins and I mean, gosh, Calendar Girls, and I mean you've done a ton
Little
of
Shop
shows.
also,
Yeah, Little Shop, all those good ones. And then
Mhm.
Hugh, you've been a part of ALT for quite some time, but then took your kind of first steps on the stage with Sound of Music.
Yep. So last year, but I'd been around, and of course Carla has been around for ages, more than, I guess, right about 10 years. We got involved with dance first, and then Mabry was in Shrek was her first show. And so, I saw some theater dads, as we called them, do some shows with their kids on stage, and I was like, we can do that, let's do that. And then It still hasn't happened, but that's okay. I mean, whatever. I get those emails like, hey, will you still be in the show if your kids aren't? I'm like, listen, this isn't nepotism, all right? The kids have to go on their own. I can't help it. I can't help that I'm shining. Just kidding.
I love it. I love it. Man,
none of them are
so
here
many...
right now, by the way. They're all far away out of earshot.
So many people love you, Evelyn. I think this says love you. It says low. I bet it says love from Vicky there. Andrew says, hey, Ben. Oh, this just in. Apparently it wasn't me because Gabe says, sorry, Jason. Of course you're included.
Oh, good to know, Gabe.
Awkward, Gabe.
That's good. No, I'm happy with that.
Right, yeah. Vicky, love you, mi niña. Niña hermosa. I love that. Jenna says, you are all killing it so much. It's been so fun to watch how far you've taken your characters since last Monday and Tuesday, and Evelyn's confidence on stage has blown up. Love seeing our ALT newbies grow and prosper. Agree, 100%. Dennis is our projections designer for the show, and wait till you guys see just the elements that, I'm telling you right now, Tanner Robertson designed the set. Of course, Greg Dunlap, Brandon Kapumi, and Noah Lang have all worked tirelessly to get the show where it's at.
It's so awesome looking.
Right. All of our volunteers. The volunteer list in the program of everyone that has came out to help paint, work, staple, glue, decorate, all whole 9 yards. The show, there was, not last night, but the night before, I was sitting next to Christine Burnett, who is our choreographer for the show, making her choreography debut of ALT with this group, which was so exciting. But there was times when I just looked at her going, I can't believe this is how our show even just looks, because it's so versatile when we go from the apartment, when we go to Macy's, when we go, and our audience should know this. Yes, while movie musicals are the most popular, Legally Blonde, Mamma Mia, all of these great shows that they turned into musicals are phenomenal. They are sometimes the biggest nightmare when it comes to set design, because in a movie, you can just stop filming and you go to a different location and you start and you go, and it's great. Editing is so easy. But when we have to jump from the North Pole to New York City within a song, it can be quite challenging. And we don't ever want to do something where it's like, oh, like, that was okay, or we want to go all out when it comes to our stuff, and luckily we have had the most amazing team, Dennis included, making amazing projections for us that I'm telling you, when people see the set, oh my gosh, I think they're gonna be so excited. The Rockefeller Rink, I'm telling you right now, I was so worried. Like, I was like, is this gonna look like what I want, like even remotely New York? And it does. It does. It looks so cool. Yeah.
Good.
Oh my gosh, so many people. Sarah says, cannot wait for this show. I love that. Kenzie Redwine.
Yeah.
Does Kenzie call you Benina?
Beniana.
Beniana. Oh, Beniana. I'm your biggest fan. Kenzie, we miss you. We hope Real New York is going well. Oh, this just in. I feel like I'm a newscaster. This just in. Gabe says all 5 of you.
Oh.
There we go.
Looks like Gabe can come do the show tonight.
I was worried.
You're still cast.
Yeah. Emily says, Emily Benton, we miss our Adelaide. So proud of you guys, Brick Leg. Can't wait to see it. Oh my gosh,
she was amazing in Guys and Dolls.
Wasn't she amazing? Agreed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Look at this. The projections that snuck out to peek at. Oh, the projections that she has snuck out to peek at have blown me away. Wish the cast could see them all.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah, agreed.
My greatest regret in being in the show is that I don't get to see this show now, because it is so good from what I've seen.
Well, and there are things that you guys probably have no clue what it looks like because of all you're on stage. Like, you don't know what it looks like.
Jason, I don't know what the sleigh looks like that I'm taking.
I made it fly though, so I just put the record to show.
I mean,
I love it.
Like, I point at the Empire State Building, I point at the sleigh, I watch it fly. I have no idea what they look like. I didn't know what this show looked like until one of the moms took pictures the other night and posted them on Facebook, and I was like, oh, this is what's going on all around us.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I'll try to take a couple of still shots of some things. Or actually, I have some rehearsal video that I can take some screenshots to post in our Facebook group, so you guys can see it. Yeah, because it looks fantastic. Kenzie says, "My loves, I wish I could be there." We wish you could see it too, Kenzie.
Yes, we do.
And then Courtney says, "Aid and I will be there on the second Friday." Awesome,
nice.
Awesome. So Elf the movie, 19 years ago, of course, it was hit movie theaters, starring, of course, Will Ferrell. Was it a movie, like, is it a movie that you guys had watched over and over again, you know, each holiday season? I feel like it's our generation's Christmas Story, or our generation's It's a Wonderful Life, or, you know what I mean? It's just kind of become now this classic movie that they, of course, made into this great musical. Had any of you guys seen the musical beforehand? I know Amarillo, or AISD did it a couple years ago with the all schools kind of combined.
Oh.
I didn't get to see that, sadly. Okay, fun fact: the Academy was going to do Elf the musical. We were ready to go. We were about to announce it, and then we found out that the AIST, all 4 schools were going to do it, and so then we had a last minute go. Just kidding, we're not going to do it. And luckily, we held off, and we were able to get the rights for Frozen, and so that paid off well for us. And so, looking at doing it again, we were like, let's wait a couple years, but let's hopefully get to do it. I saw, actually, now that I remember, I saw it in Lubbock. I did see Lubbock did it a couple years back, I think in 2019, and it was a strong production. And so I thought, after seeing it, I thought it has to be done with adults. It really has, you know, it's a better kind of story, I think, whenever you see that this grown man is a human amongst these elves, and then also with the other adults of New York. When we announced the show, was this a show that all of you were like, ooh, that might be a show I want to audition for?
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, when I first moved to New York, I lived there for about 3.5 years. When I first moved to New York, they put on, I think it was on Playbill, like the national tour auditions. And I was like, oh, I've never listened to this before. And I listened to the soundtrack, and I was like, this is my show. This is the show that's, you know, written for Ben Burke. And then I saw the post on Playbill the day after the audition. So I missed the audition. So when I saw ALT was doing it, I was like, oh, I should go audition. But anyway. Yeah,
and it is Ben's show. Just want to let everyone know this is the show written for Ben.
Not to be like Tallulah or something
First
like that.
off, let's apply modesty.
But no, it was just like, it's a certain character that's like written for my kind of type.
Oh, it's perfect.
So,
are.
I didn't walk into the audition and be like, I'm gonna get this. That's not what I meant.
I remember callbacks. When we did callbacks, and I was paired with Ben one of the times, and he hit me with such force on that Santa line, and I was like, I mean, it's just a race for second place at this point, you know what I mean? Like, he was so buddy, and I was like, it was amazing. I was just happy to be there.
I'm glad we weren't under contract, so you could have sued me for that hit.
I did end up with a bruise, but that's okay. I'm fine with it. It's a working pain.
We already had your volunteer.
We already
form.
signed our waivers.
Yeah, I had already signed the waiver.
Yeah.
I'm good. We're
Code of
safe.
conduct, all that good stuff. Ryan Sessions is driving across Texas for the show.
Hey.
Wow.
Rock on,
That's
Ryan.
Drive safely.
San Antonio.
Oh, we're great. Yeah, be careful driving. We're glad you're coming. Come to see the show. The show, it was so fun. I knew, you know, when it got picked with our audience in each season, Elf was there. We were so excited for that. Oh, my internet is spotty. Okay, I'm back. I was like, oh, my internet got a little choppy. I know. It's like, but I knew, I was excited to direct this show because it's such a big fun holiday musical, and you're right, Ben. The music, it's these big musical standards as well as, you know, some kind of more contemporary elements of the show. I was telling Jennifer this the other day. Jeri Tidmore, I know you can sing, but man, you can sing. The songs that you have in this show, especially with Michael, are just absolutely fantastic, and it's such a cool perspective to see you in this role, because I feel like sometimes you don't get to play the mom role. You know what I mean? Like, you've played so many other different roles, and it's just fun just to see you where you're like, I'm playing this mom that I know exactly what this character is. And I think I can't wait for people to see you in this role, and I think they're really going to be excited for that. And then, of course, Evelyn has just blossomed on our stage. Evelyn, definitely Evelyn has the tough New Yorker down.
He does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It'd be a little too tough. Let's just
Yeah.
really
Scares the hell out of me every single night.
every night.
Evelyn
I'm a
was
big
not
person.
at, she had to miss one rehearsal, she had a conflict with holiday travel, and I got to play Jovi that night. And I took your one of your moments. I'm not going to give it away because I want audiences to be surprised, but there was definitely a moment where you say a line to a group of people. You might say it a little rough. And so when I did it, I pulled out my keys and did that. Because I felt like you would have a switchblade. I was like,
no, gotta do it.
yeah. And then I got the giggles and couldn't stop laughing. So yeah. And then Hugh, oh my gosh, Hugh, since of course Sound of Music to now, it's like you just keep coming and getting these roles and just growing and more and more on our stage, and it's just so exciting. I can't wait for people to see, because Walter's a hard part. I mean, yes, similar, you could say he is the villain, but I don't want to say he's necessarily the villain of the show, but he's definitely the conflict, and it's sometimes hard to play that when you're doing this big, bright, fun, shiny musical. But where you go and then where you end up, it's just such a cool journey that I cannot wait for our audiences to watch.
Yeah, I really like to think of it as a story about Walter, but a lot of other people are like, "Oh, it's about Buddy." But I mean, Walter really does have a tremendous arc. You know what I mean? And
he does.
And I'll be honest, it's the toughest thing that I've done with ALT. Certainly, maybe toughest thing I've done on stage, just because, yeah, maybe I'm a little bit of a grump sometimes, so that part's easy. But being warm, being kind, being loving, I don't know where people pull those emotions from. So it's work, and I'm excited to be a part of it with you all.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I'm telling you right now, all of you have just been a part of this amazing. We have 34 cast members in the show, all of which are doing phenomenal. In fact, half of the cast, we have 17 of the cast members are current Academy students. That are a part of course, this is a collaboration with our ALT Academy, and that's not including those who have graduated from the Academy. That's not including Academy parents like Jeri and Hugh. I mean, all of you guys are phenomenally talented. Ben got trained in Amarillo. Evelyn got trained in Amarillo. We're all local talent, which is just absolutely phenomenal. Carla says he speaks facts. I like that. I like that about you.
I'm sure she's talking about the grumpiness, but that's okay. It's all right.
For some reason, if somebody has no clue what Elf the musical is about, or Elf the movie is about, it basically is about, the story is about Buddy the elf, who had a baby. He's in an orphanage. And as a baby, Santa came to that orphanage. He crawled into Santa's toy sack, got taken back to the North Pole, was discovered, and got raised by elves. They're quickly working away in the workshop, and they are definitely happy all the time. And as they're working away, Buddy finds out that he is human and definitely has a panic attack. Santa informs him that sadly his mom has passed away, but his dad is still alive and lives in this magical place called New York City. Gives him a snow globe that kind of is our motivation for our set design with our whole show. And then he goes on this great journey to meet his dad, Walter Hobbs. And along the way, he meets amazing people like Jovi, who works at Macy's. He meets a store manager at Macy's. He meets Deb, this hilarious secretary to Walter Hobbs, who has, I think, almost as much energy as him. And it's just great to see all of the journey. And it's true. I mean, Jovi has a journey. I think Emily and Michael, the wife and son of Walter Hobbs, also go through a journey as well. And so I'm so excited for the audiences to see the show, of course, this coming weekend. Oh, speaking of Santa, Jeff Wyrick says, just dropping in to say hi, hard at work, but figured I'd see who all was on here. Also, Jeff, your profile picture is so scary.
It is.
I think it's cool.
It's like the Golden State Killer.
it's the anti-Santa.
Very ominous.
Yes, it's like that's the other side of Santa that we had not seen. I like that. I like that. Yeah. And also we should let audiences know, if you're like, man, I cannot wait to see this show. Well, we cannot wait for you to see it as well. And hopefully you already have tickets, because this show has made ALT history. In the 95 years of all of the shows at ALT, there has been another show that has, of course, the Academy in Frozen, we sold out with Member Week, but we had 6 shows. When we did Grease several years ago, it's actually been a long time since we did Grease. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I think it's been 12 years.
Yeah. I was in high school. Yeah.
Well, I was too. Yeah, I was.
Me too.
You were in high school.
playing Kaniki when I was definitely the oldest greaser on stage. It was like, but Grease sold out all shows before we opened, but we had 11 shows for that show. Elf, we added the Saturday matinees from the get-go. So this is the first show to sell out. 13 shows before we opened. If you're needing tickets, call the box office, get on the wait list. We have some scattered singles still available for some shows. And we will be selling chairs in the aisles as well. So, and if anything, Lissa Guerin, this just in. I thought she meant we had 12 seats left. No, she meant 12 years ago. Yeah, I know, Lissa, 12 years ago does feel like it was yesterday, but it also does not feel like it was yesterday. I feel like my grandkids could be in Greece now because I'm that old. Anyway. But anyone who wants to come see, I almost said Grease, Elf the musical, definitely call our box office. If anything, also just come up to the box office about 30 minutes before the show, get on the standby list. Any tickets that get turned back in that we can get you. And we, of course, want you guys to see the show, but we're so excited. This show is just so full of fun. And I want to ask each one of you, what for you has made this show, or maybe this show, that maybe it's the message, maybe it's just how much harder work it's been putting in. What do you think has made this show more special to you than maybe other shows? I'm gonna start with you, Jeri, because you've been here the longest and have done the most shows. What do you think this show will maybe be a little bit different than other shows for you?
I think a lot of it has to do with it's a Christmas show, and Christmas is family and being together, and I am a mom, and so for me, this show that we've watched this movie every single year for the last, my oldest is 14. So we've watched it for forever, and it's part of our traditions as our family goes. And so it's nice to kind of float into that for just a season and make it, even more part of our tradition. And of course, having these new people in this show has been so cool, and that's making it extra special for me too.
Yeah. No, agreed. What about you, Hugh?
Yeah, so the saying that Christmas kind of magic, you know what I mean? Like I've done shows throughout the year now at ALT, a fall, a spring, and academy, adults, and they're all great experiences. But there's something really special about doing this right now, this time of year.
Right.
For us, it takes a little bit more, kind of like you're giving up some things, your holidays, your travel, your family sometimes during those Thanksgiving days. But you're getting to grow with this new family and put something really incredible in front of so many people who are just looking for something magical, and so it's just been, like Jeri said, watching these new folks grow, so many new people, every new show that I do, it's like a whole new circle of friends and family that I get to chat with for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? Share those Toad facts with Ben, for example, so it's just great stuff.
I don't know the Toad facts. I saw that in the group text and I was like,
he has 43,000 Toad facts that he shares every single hour.
Just on the hour, just things like how all frogs aren't toads, but all toads are frogs. And so you just need to know these things sometimes,
there is a musical called Frog and Toad.
Frog and Toad.
Let's get that on.
And there's also a musical thing just called Frogs, I think. They didn't do that well, but
that doesn't sound very interesting.
It's like a spin-off of Cats.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Yes. Yeah. The lily pad number is fantastic. Although we did have lily pads in Honk when we had the Warts and All song. So we have had major frogs on our stage before. So yeah.
And that was awesome. So maybe they could make a spin-off musical of just that. That was awesome.
That'd be great. Yes. Yeah. Evelyn, for you, what do you think will make this show special for you?
Honestly, considering this is like my second ALT show, I feel so blessed and honored to be chosen like as a lead. It's like my first ever lead like in a musical show, so it's a big blessing to me, as well as the way like this show is going to be like important to some people, like how you were telling us the other night how some people this is their Christmas, and then it's really cool to know that we're also making like history with this show. And it's like, as other people said, meeting new people, getting to know them, getting to know the Academy kids. They're really fun to work with. Getting to work with a new choreographer. It's just a lot of new for me, especially also getting to perform, not just because I'm always used to performing for like Amarillo College or like for something related to school. This is my first time like performing for the Amarillo community. So it's just like, ooh, there's a weight on my shoulders, but I'm excited.
But
And
you got
it's
it. You're
true. I was gonna
amazing.
say, yeah, all of you are so
Killing it.
prepared. It is a lot of weight on your shoulders, but that's what we've been rehearsing for, the past 6 weeks to get you guys ready and strong enough to be like, all the weight on my shoulders I can carry because you guys have been doing such an awesome job. Another fellow, again, this just in, our live reporter, live from the field, Gabe, says, "You all are amazing, and it is an absolute honor and privilege being a part of this awesome show with you all." Thanks for the all.
Yes.
Talk about
All
awesome.
five of us.
Gabe's got some amazing too, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah.
But all five.
Gabe,
I love
who
Gabe.
brand new, who like blows it out of the water as Mr. Greenway,
Yeah.
is committed, all the ensemble members, and then is like a carpenter and like made my Coco cart and like made. I don't.
Yeah.
Let's not give away. Let's not give
Awesome.
away the extra character in the
Of course.
show that he made. But like, I'm just like, hey, Gabe, can you help with
He's
this? And he's like,
real.
yep, got it. Yeah.
That's right.
So
he
awesome.
puts in work. So good. So good.
Yeah.
We love having him.
Just like Ron
And he's
Swanson.
just so good. Like every time I'm on stage with him, I'm just like that much, whether he's that security guard role as he rolls out, like he's just hilarious in all of those states, 100%. And it's just like, oh, it's so good to see. I'm sad you took that tie away from him though. That 16-inch wide tie. Oh, that was a great costume choice. I don't know why we changed that in later rehearsal.
I know.
But it would have been fantastic.
I'm not giving anything away, but whenever he came out in that costume, which he did look absolutely fantastic, just maybe the wrong time period, there was a moment where I thought if he was a little shorter with the awesome glasses that he's wearing, I was like, this, although we do see what he looks like. Anyway, but I thought this is what the younger version of the old man in Up looks like.
Yes,
yes, 100%. 100%. And I was like, my man, shorter, you know what I mean?
Different,
stylish. Oh, it's so good.
I
I laughed on stage when it came out and I saw him that first time. I was like, oh, well, there it is. That's gone. Let's shoot this again.
1974 Vogue.
That's right.
Exactly. Oh, Gabe is laughing. I love it. Ben, what about for you? What do you think is going to make this show so special for you?
I think just first and foremost, stepping into this amazing ALT community of wonderful people, theater makers, volunteers that are there to love each other and look out for one another, and that are there to support one another. There's no drama there, which is great in a theatrical setting. And the show itself, I love this character so much and the way it's written. Because it's like something, it's commedia dell'arte, it's vaudeville, it's all of the things that I love. It's just the journey that he goes on, that he goes to find a place where he can fit in, and when he finds out he can't fit in anywhere, he then changes everybody just by being himself, which I love that story so much. And love and appreciate the entire cast and you and all of it. And also it's been a great challenge, not in a negative way, but just like testing the limits of my body, like how long can I go for every night just being on stage. And I mean, we were in a group chat a while ago, and I said I woke up this morning feeling like I was hit by a freight train, which is, I'm slowly getting over that. It's just like, just waking up and feeling the next morning like, whoo, like I spent all night drinking. But no, just
only he didn't get the benefit of it.
No alcohol.
Yeah, I know there's no alcohol. But yeah, just it's a great challenge as a performer and really pushing yourself to approach the impossible, I guess you could say.
And so true about that. And the thing I think that is so cool about this show is we have Academy students, we have parents, we have teachers, we have all walks of life coming together to tell the story. And that's just how it is always at ALT, that we, all walks of life coming together to tell this awesome story about really acceptance and it just happens to happen during the holidays. Evelyn, like you were saying too, like, there's so many people who this will be the first time that they ever will come to ALT. And that's exciting. It's like, that's why I think I keep wanting to do everything as big and bright and shiny and awesome as we can because I want people to come impressed, going, I had no clue this was in my hometown. I cannot wait. What else are they doing? What else can I come see?
Yeah.
What else can I come audition for or volunteer? Or I can do this. Do you guys need this? And yes, we do. Come in and be a part of that. Some of our other ALT amazing warriors, Jacob Miller says he's coming on the 16th and is excited.
Hey.
Kathy Durrett, our Dolly Levi right there from years past. She says coming Friday. Thanks to all for your hard work. That's, of course, Graham's grandma right there. Carla says, I've heard... Yeah, Carla says, I've heard so much about Ben. I cannot wait to see him on stage.
Good things, all good things, Ben.
Yeah.
I've been just nothing but effusive in your praise.
Well, and I always joke about this with Ben, but I keep calling it the Elle Woods of Elf. I mean, you know, the role that you're on stage. I think you're not on stage for two parts of the show, really. You know, and it's Jeri and Graham are taking over that section, and and it's just a role that you have to keep going, and your energy, and you have to conserve it because you have to make sure you have enough of it to last you through the end of the show. But the stamina that I think, Ben, you have to keep up. Also, I think it's difficult with Walter because you have to keep up the stamina of how angry you are or how upset you are in some scenes. You know what I mean? Where everyone's like, I mean, literally, we have elves that are happy all the time backstage, and so then to come in with that same where you left off each and every time, and then Evelyn, for you, you're like, you got some downtime, but then you got to come in as well and deliver each of your elements as well. So, I mean, all of you have different challenges for sure. One of our amazing Academy parents whose daughter is in the show says, I can't wait for everyone to see the show. Everyone is doing such a fabulous job. Andra says, Ben is my cousin, and this is the role he was born to play. I like it. Agreed. 100% agreed. Yeah. For you guys, is there any part of the show, without giving too much away, that you look forward to every night, whether it be a scene or a moment that you're in, or a song, or something that you're not in, that you're like, I love watching this from the wings every night, or I love just singing this backstage, this moment. What are some of your faves in the show?
If I could just be a Santa Claus.
Oh man, I was gonna say, like, that opening number of the second act, y'all.
Top of
so
Act
much
2
fun.
is
So
just
much
gonna
fun.
kill everybody, and I wish I was in that scene so hard.
Like, I would do anything to be something like that. Oh, it's so good. It's such a good number, and being backstage for it and singing the part that you got to sing, it's as close as I get to be to, you know, being in it, but it's definitely the part that you look forward to every night.
Yeah. That beginning of Act 2 song is pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Yeah. What about you, Ben?
What about me? I love playing that character so much. You know, it's Carol Burnett, it's Dick Van Dyke, it's slapstick, it's all of the stuff I love. So I just enjoy getting to go on stage and play that. And I love all of the music too. I mean, you know, we're talking about Legally Blonde, which is definitely a bop. It's a pop musical. And this is sounds more, you know, you got ragtime, you got big band, different stuff like that, which is more my speed. Somewhat of a grandpa. So I love that kind of music. I am just now excited because we've done this so many times to finally get an audience in there, because I feel like this is a show that was written for a live audience. Yes. And when you go so long without a live audience, you forget exactly the impact that it can make.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Agreed. Evelyn, do you have a favorite section or moment?
Anything with like The Office. In The Office, I love seeing how people put in their characterizations and like little.
I know. Agreed. If we just had like an app where like you just removed, like, you know how like you can like remove things from pictures, like if you just removed all of like the actual like focal points of where we should be watching and just watch The Office. Yes. It is. I mean, they are taking phone calls. They are arguing over things. I mean, at one point, somebody had like an apple and a donut, and they're trying to decide which they should have. Like, it's just the details are. I'm all about those details. I love that. So agreed. I agree about that, Evelyn. That's so funny to watch. Hugh, I mean, you kind of talked about same beginning of Act 2 as well.
Yeah, and I would just agree 100%. Like I came into the show not knowing the music, but it has such a traditional kind of feel, like he said, standard, those old jazz standards and some of the swing, and it's just got this feel that was immediately familiar. I was telling someone, the songs for Shrek were hard. They were tough to learn. I had to like work, and these were just so fun and real, and like I internalized them so quickly. And so just the music overall of this show it feels like home, you know what I mean? Coming up for me. So
I love that. I love that.
I think, well, I mean, I'm glad that's your experience. I agree. This music is fun, but I will say, and I was in a really hard show, Little Shop of Horrors, and the music was hard. But I have to say, the song that Michael and I do in Act 2 almost kills me every night, because there is no place where you can get an actual real deep breath. And until you're like doing it, it's unreal how actually hard that is.
Sure. Well, and to build up the stamina to do it every night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Until we got to full runs, it was like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, no, I get that completely.
And so every night we run off and we're like, so insane.
So much of the show is like, you're going to jump on a runaway freight train and you better be on board, because it's not going to stop.
Nope.
Yeah. We, of course, we took some great publicity photos the other night for Emerald Globe News that I wanted to show. This, of course, is our fabulous cast looking down at our logo information there. We have to brag on our both of our Academy kiddos who are sharing the role of Michael. Graham Moore, of course, and Atticus Lee there. They are killing it. I mean, not only are they having to play Michael, which is a great role and do all the things, but they have half the rehearsal because one of them is in, and then the other one is in, and the other one, you know what I mean? So they have a little bit less time. I mean, during the initial rehearsals, we would run the scene twice or things like that, so they both could get a run in. But once we started running chunks of scenes and acts, it was like they had this system, which they came up with on their own, which I was so glad that they came up with, who was going to rehearse what scenes when. And then this week we've kind of altered who will be in each role. Tonight, of course, will be Atticus there. Very excited to see him. Graham will then be starting tomorrow. We'll alternate back and forth. I love that photo there. One of the main food groups, of course, of this is a great, and I was so mad. In fact, I talked about this earlier. Today is National Christmas Lights Day. I had already posted this photo yesterday, or else I would have used this great photo of the decorating of the tree at Macy's. Yep, the little knee pop there. Perfection. Also, you have no clue, Hugh, how many people are like, Hugh and Ben look alike. Like, they could totally pass as like, maybe not son and father, more like brothers, but
it'd be tougher
definitely. Yeah, with the height, all of that stuff. There's, of course, our Santa, good old Santa there. So yes, again, we're talking about Elf the Musical running December 1st through the 18th, 3 weekends. This weekend is just Thursday, which is tonight, 2 for 1. Starts at 7:30. Friday, 8 o'clock. Sunday at 8 o'clock as well.
Saturday.
No show Sunday.
Saturday.
Or what did I say? Saturday. Sorry.
Yeah,
Friday, Saturday.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Friday, Saturday, 8 o'clock. No show Sunday, which Ben just found out about this week that we did not.
Yesterday, yeah.
I
saw it on his face. He was like, "Oh my gosh, yeah,
I can sleep all day Sunday.
I get a day."
A day of rest for sure. And then next week, we hit 5 shows in a weekend with Thursday, Fridays, Saturday nights, and then Saturday and Sunday matinees, which is going to be great. It's going to be fun.
Yep.
Kristen says, I tear up almost every night when Ben inspires us.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
There is, and we talked about that. Yeah, we talked about that.
Ben tears up almost every night at the end of Act 1, so I'm sorry
at
for
the end
that.
of Act, you're so mean. You are so mean.
Hey, look,
and it's
you gotta
like,
do it, all right?
If I'm not there mentally, I will start to cry. Actually, you should, because that was a note last night. Come up with that more.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Let yourself go there a little bit more. Yes. But I agree. The moment in Central Park, there's a couple lines that Ben says that it's kind of the heart of the show, I think, so well. And it's just, man, it's just a great little moment that I think everyone hopefully will hear and listen to. Megan, one of our amazing Academy moms as well, says, we have a very excited elf at home. Jax looks up to each and every one of you. He can't wait for tonight. Can't wait to see this show. Yeah, our North Pole elves, Also huge shout out to Kim Schreffler, our costumer. Of course, we have most of our costumes are rented. We altered some to make them more modern, but she built our North Pole elves, and they look fantastic.
They're so cute.
So cute. They look so cute. And that number is so fun with Santa and Buddy. It's a great, great number. Again, another one of our amazing Academy moms, Amy Pritchard, said, it was so hard not to sneak a peek last night. I can't wait to see all the magic tonight. We, of course, had some Academy parents that were helping put together some great merchandise kits. And so I love that. She was like, nope, I want to watch it all in its glory with an audience. So
be surprised.
Speaking of merchandise, our handy dandy helper Lissa went and grabbed it. So just so that way people are aware of what you can purchase when you're here at Elf the Musical, we have these handy dandy koozies. Ooh, an Elf koozie. Cute. I don't have a thing that's small enough for it. It can hold your lotion. Holding my desk lotion there. Yeah.
Appropriate.
So these you can buy at the merchandise table, and these will also be at the concession. This is the only merchandise at the concession, because if you want to buy your actual soft drink in a koozie, you can. The koozies are $3 with the can of soda. That would bring that total to $5. Then not Shrek, but elf ears. Look at those elf ears.
Oh, so cute.
So cute.
Yes. Not
We're gonna hear
shoulders, ears.
Yeah. Yes,
Jingles.
not shoulders, Ben. Ears. So no,
Not shoulders.
Nice. Yeah. These elf ears are $5. And then look how cute these kits actually came out to be. So these little kits here have a elf plush. They have on here Buddy's 4 main food groups. So in here, in these boxes, are candy. We have candy corn. Literally, I don't know if you can see it. Candy corn. Can you see the candy corn down in there? Holiday candy corn.
Sure.
A candy cane.
And syrup.
And syrup. Syrup is right there.
Syrup.
And even this cute little elf lollipop. It's so cute.
Aww.
So these little elf kits with the elf plush, $10. Make you holla. And then we have
it's Academy. This is an Academy collaboration.
Yes. And then our 4 main food groups t-shirts.
That's what I'm wearing.
Yes. On the back,
right.
our adult t-shirts are long sleeves, so they are $20. And then the kid sizes are short sleeve, and those are $10. And those can all be purchased at our merchandise table, where we accept credit cards, cash, and Venmo. Good old Venmo.
Good old Venmo.
Yeah. Marissa says, I think she said, I can't wait to see you guys tonight.
No, she can definitely wait. She's waiting. She can wait. She's fine. No hurry.
Mama, you're going to be such a proud mama bear. You're going to be so proud of your amazing daughter at this show.
Evelyn is awesome.
Phenomenal. Yes. Well, guys, I appreciate you not only for being on Thursdays at 3, but of course, all of the hard work that you guys have put into this show. Huge shout out also Jennifer Akins, music director extraordinaire, leading our live orchestra. We have her and 8 other local musicians that are just making amazing music every night.
It's so good.
So good. Our fantastic crew, of course. Shout out to our production team, assistant director Laura Joe Worsham, who has been a part of the show from the beginning, calling all of the 100,000 like cues and being amazing up there. Blake Nestor, who I always call Barnes & Noble. Blake Nestor, one of our past long time ago Academy students.
Not that long ago. Let's just let's come on. She's still young.
Sure, no, but she was really young when she was in the Academy and then left. And then Annalie Lujan, who's another production assistant helping out backstage. Amazing as well. Who just got into Missouri State. I think it's yeah. And she's we're so excited for her for technical theater. She's gonna kill it out there. We're so proud. And then, of course, all of our amazing crew members. I mean, we really could not do what we do without our crew members, bringing in drops and units and making sure all
quick change.
It is like air traffic control backstage.
Yes, it really is.
Chaos.
Organized chaos for sure. And also, I'm going to give a huge shout out to Lissa and Joe in our box office, who have been so extremely busy the past 5 weeks, I feel like, just through the holidays with registration for the Academy, which I failed to mention. Pre-registration is underway right now. Regular registration begins on Monday for spring classes. But I mean, box office was crazy busy. They're trying to get as many people in. They're checking, make sure people have got their tickets. Some people got too many tickets, so they're making sure other people can get those tickets. They are our air traffic control as well, and have just been phenomenal. And so we appreciate all of them as well. But Ben, Jeri, Evelyn, Hugh, I am so excited for you for tonight, leading our cast of amazing volunteers. Again, I want everyone to remind themselves, nobody gets paid to perform at ALT. They are all doing this because they love it. They volunteer their time and energy. It's just surreal that they are all local talent right here from Amarillo, just literally doing this because they love it and killing it. They are literally killing it every night. Cannot wait for tonight for the audience, for the first audience to laugh, to clap, to hear all of the songs. It's going to be a great kickoff to 3 weekends of Elf the Musical. We're so excited. And you guys are all just doing a phenomenal job. Next week, we'll have more of our cast members. I'm hoping to get our Michaels on, maybe Santa, some Debs, Mr. Greenway. So in the next 2 weeks, we'll have more cast members from our fantastic show. But I mean, look at them, guys. Like, you guys are just looking fantastic with it. I mean, just the costume.
I love it.
All of the pieces coming together. That's just a sneak peek of the drop that's behind you guys.
I don't wear that in the show anymore, but
I know, yeah. It's funny how
we don't all get together like that quite in a spot, but it'll be fun. You won't see the two Michaels together. They're
well, it's funny,
like
Evelyn and Hugh, you're only on stage once at the same time?
Yeah, a couple times near the end.
Twice, yeah.
Oh, I guess twice. Twice at the end. That's right. That's true. Yeah, twice at the end.
Same for us.
Yeah. It's just so interesting how some characters, their paths never really cross until the end. So well,
we cross each other backstage a lot. Like, I have to run past Evelyn backstage when I'm shouting at someone else. It's always me passing Evelyn to go yell at Ben, but it's great. It's good.
I love it. Also, huge shout out Andrew Hawkins, who does our microphones each night, running all of our microphones and the sound for the orchestra. I mean, I'm telling you, it is, like you said, a village. Everyone who is just giving their time and energy and volunteering for the show. It's fantastic. We want you to be a part of it. If you want to come see the show, call our box office right now, 806-355-9991. Visit the website to buy one of those scatter singles. I think you might have to call in order to get any of the chairs in the aisle or to get on the wait list. And also, if you want to volunteer by emailing lissa@amarillo.littletheater.org, or of course, call our box office. Y'all, we need volunteers. We need as many as we can. We need ushers. We need people helping out at that merchandise table. We need concession workers. We're going to have, this just in. I'm not going to tell you the name of it because we're going to save that for tonight. But there is also a non-alcoholic beverage at the concession for kids as well. It is green. It looks really cool. So that also look out at the concession for that as well. But we'll have our specialty cocktail as well. All that good stuff with ALT. Y'all, it's a show day! I cannot wait.
It's so exciting to have an audience. Yeah. Let's do it.
I think I'm getting my wind in. Like, you know what I mean? I'm being so tired that now I'm like,
for sure.
It's gonna about in 2 hours. It's gonna be like.
Nope. In about 5 hours, maybe 5 hours.
That's why I chug 200 milligrams of caffeine before each show.
That's right.
I am dead before we start.
I love it. Well, I need to let you guys go so you get a little bit of a break and some rest and all that good stuff. But we will see you guys tonight. Those of you watching, tune in next week, of course, for more ELF cast members on Thursdays at 3. Don't forget, of course, If Then auditions coming this Sunday, Monday, coming up right around the corner. Of course, huge again thanks to everyone who volunteered or who was able to give during Panhandle Gives. And then be on the lookout for more information about, of course, Academy registration, Clue, when Clue tickets go on sale coming up as well. And as you guys are doing your holiday shopping, always remember you can still get season tickets for ALT. You can get gift cards. You can get play money. That's basically like gift certificates for stocking stuffers. Give the gift of live theater. I'm telling you right now, people need live theater in their lives. The fine arts are so important. And we are hoping that we give some great entertainment the next 3 weeks to sold out crowds. Yep. It's going to be awesome. Almost 6,000 people coming to see Elf the Musical. All starting tonight. It's going to be great. Ben, Jeri, Evelyn, Hugh, again, thank you guys so much. All of our viewers, thank you guys for tuning in to Thursdays at 3. We will see you everyone next week. I'll see the 4 of you in just a couple of hours. Exciting. I love it. All right, we'll see y'all soon.
Thank you, Jason.